Okay, so for chapter 4, I thought the main idea that stood out to me the most was that the speakers have created better connection with their audience after they have made an audience-centered message. I said that stood out to me because you wouldn't think to change your speech just to make people listen to you, but they did. I learned that I didn't realize how crucial it was to connect to the audience while giving a speech. But because if you don't, the message most likely won't get across to them, and then that's just a waste of time. Why are these important to public speaking? I said I think these ideas are important to public speaking because if the message doesn't get across to their audience, it's a wasted time for both the speaker and the audience. And that's just there's no reason for that to not. There's no reason you should be giving a speech if you're not there to actually inform somebody or entertain somebody or how can they be used in other areas of your personal and or professional life? They can be used in both professional and personal, because if you're just now graduating high school and you give a speech at the graduation ceremony, you want your message to get across to your fellow graduates. You want them to be able to connect with you, and yes, I know you just graduated together, but you want them to be feel like they have a permanent place in your heart. For chapter 8, I said the main idea was special occasion speeches. This stood out to me because everybody's going to have to give a special occasion speech once in their life, whether it be a wedding speech, a graduation speech, funeral, a eulogy at a funeral. So everybody needs to understand what goes into the speech. What did I learn in this chapter that I did not know before? This chapter taught me how to focus on the impact for the audience. If the audience isn't retaining the information, then there is no point in giving the speech. These ideas are important to public speaking because everybody has to give a special occasion speech one time in their life, at least one time. So everybody needs to know how to give one and what to put into it. How can they be used in other areas of your personal and or professional life? You can use special occasion speeches in both your personal and professional life, because you could host a business meeting or you could be asked to speak at a funeral or a wedding. Business meetings are more outlined, and I feel like speaking at a funeral or a eulogy would be more what comes from the heart. So for chapter 10, the key ideas, the main idea that stood out to me was the use of visual aid. This stood out to me because I never really thought of using visual aid during a speech to help the class understand the topic more. I learned that there are different types of visual aids. For a business speech, you can use graphs or charts, but for our graduation speech or eulogy at a funeral, you can use pictures or mementos. These ideas are important to public speaking because the visual aid will help the audience understand the point you're trying to get across better if they have something to look at. Let's say you're an accountant at giving the financial report to your CEO of your company. You would use graphs or charts to help them better understand where the company is at financially. These can also be used in your personal life, because if you're asked to speak at a funeral service, then you can use pictures to help the audience connect to that person more, better than you just talking about them.